Hello everyone, welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and today we're going to be talking about the spike stitch. But before I get into the tutorial for the spike stitch, I wanted to tell you about this yarn that I'm using. This is a yarn called Serina and it's by Vinnis Colours. It's a South African brand. It is 100% bamboo. Here is the sleeve for it, 100% bamboo, eco-friendly, Vinnis yarn. The cool thing about this company, and the reason that I love this company so much, if you follow my blog, then you've heard me raving about them. But this is directly from the sleeve. This yarn is hand-dyed and balled by women from an economically depressed rural area of South Africa. The sale of this product has empowered them and brought economic benefits to their community. Hand-dyed yarn gives your garment a unique, marbled effect. I think that it's lovely that Vinnie herself has chosen to give work to the women of South Africa and help them and their communities. And it's beautiful, beautiful yarn, and it's so soft. I wish that you could feel it, that you could reach through the screen and just feel of it. And you see the lovely variation in it, and that's because it's hand dyed. And it's just beautiful. This yarn itself is rather inexpensive in comparison to a lot of yarns. The problem is that South Africa, to ship from South Africa, it would cost more to ship this yarn than the actual yarn itself. But I've been in contact with Vinnie, and she is working with international suppliers and retail outlets to bring Vinnie's yarn to the world, basically. I don't want to say too much because, you know, I'm not supposed to, but go read my blog because I blogged about it. It's crochetoclock.com. But I love this yarn. I did not pay for this yarn, but hashtag not sponsored. Vinnie did not send me this yarn. This was actually sent to me by my friend Maxine in New Zealand, who travels to South Africa quite frequently, and she sent me a whole bunch of this yarn. So thank you, Maxine. I absolutely love it. It's so squishy and so very nice. And that's another idea. If you have somebody that travels to South Africa in the off chance, you can ask them to pick you up some yarn and bring it back for you. But on to the spike stitch. I'm going to show you the single crochet spike stitch, but you can do this with half double crochets, double crochets, whatever it is that tickles your fancy. I'm just going to show you with the single crochet. And the spike stitch is just working in the rows below. So this is one row, this is 2 rows, this is 3 rows. You know, we know how to find that. So to start off, I'm going to show you 2 rows back, which is going to make a little tiny spike, but you insert just like you would normally for a single crochet. The difference is that you want to make sure that you pull it up to the top, and that you do so carefully so you don't bunch your work. And it's really easy to do for these smaller spike stitches. See, there's your first spike stitch. But once you go further down, you'll end up bunching your work if you're not careful. The other thing to note is, unless a pattern tells you to crochet in this stitch, this is actually the stitch where we worked the spike stitch. The spike stitch takes up that space unless a pattern is telling you to crochet in there. They don't want you to. I'm just going to anchor this down in the next one, but that's not necessary. You can continue working spike stitches all the way across if you would. So I went 2 there. Let's go 3 down. So there's 1, 2, and then 3. I'm going to insert my hook, grab that yarn, and pull it up, and very gently, I'm going to yarn over and pull through. And you can see how it makes a little V there. Now you see here how I got this little issue. A lot of people get these issues with treble crochets. You see how that stitch is not the same as those stitches? It's out of uniform. That can happen. Let me show you a way to fix that. So I think we went down 3 with that one. Let's go 4. This one. yarn over, pull up, and you will end up running into this. The further down you go, you'll end up running into this. See how much? That's not great. But if you flip it over on the back, this little spot right there, we're just going to pull gently, and it will tighten the yarn on your hook. Then you can pull on this very, very gently because you don't want a bunch, and it will tighten that up for you. And then you will have a nice, neat stitch again. Little tip for you. So I'm going to do one more. Let's go down here. Pull up. You see how your work bunches? If you're not careful, you just got to relax. Be gentle with it. I'm going to pull on that back loop just a little bit. Yarn over and pull through. Aren't those beautiful little V's? And that's the spike stitch. There's really not all that much to it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.